world forged in blood, but torn by tragedy. In a time before gods were merely legends, there is a tale of a group of unlikely heroes who changed everything. They conquered their fears and the fears of God to save us all. This is their story.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Constructed Chaos, where we run a live stream, D&D based, every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Today, we are here with our lovely sponsors, Tabletop Beard, who have chosen to sponsor the stream again so that we can all remind you guys that you can use code CHAOS20 at checkout on their website, linked below, to get 20% off of your order. Today, we're trying out the Ranger Beard Butter. We've tried out all of their oils so far is a hint. So we're kind of circling back to one of my favorite scents and just talking about the beard butter a little bit today. This stuff is really great if you just want to help tame your beard a little bit while adding a bit of love and love and care to keep your hair follicles healthy.
I know. Well, I also know I get this a lot. That tends to just kind of wing out on its own.
Yeah.
And this stuff smells amazing. Like I said, it's my favorite scent. It's forest, fresh rain, and leather. And man, if you want to smell like a badass outdoorsman, this is the way. This is the way to do it. So while I put some of this stuff on and pass it around, we'll play a quick ad for our sponsor here.
I almost couldn't find the sponsor button. Hey guys, we lost some people, but before we get to that, just don't forget Chaos20 for your discount code for Tabletop Beard. That stuff is primo. It is awesome.
It's sick.
It is. Will was scrambling to get some in before the sponsor
it feels
finished.
very fluffy and moisturized now.
But yeah, so for quick recap for everyone, because I know it's been about a month since we played. Last we left off, and the reason we are with just Mugen here is Haunter was acting a little weird. He has been for a few sessions. His connection to the Shade doesn't seem to be completely severed. And so with the help of Drowsy, Mugen and Haunter and Drowsy have formed a little seance circle, clasping hands, and we are now with Mugen inside Haunter's head. And quite what you might, or what you may think going into a ghost's head. Very spooky, very dark. You actually can't see anything. Even looking down at your hands, you can't even see them in front of your face.
Okay.
As you kind of look around to try to gather your surroundings, you feel water underneath your feet, and you gather there's probably about an inch of standing water, but other than that, it's complete darkness.
Okay. You know, I assume that part of ninja training would have included like meditation and sort of the spiritual aspect surrounding that. So with that in mind, Mugen is going to try to like, with his consciousness, push out and see if he can feel Haunter anywhere in this vast abyss.
Okay. Yeah, give me an insight. Insight or investigation. Yeah, I wasn't planning on insight as being one of them, but yeah, insight or investigation, whichever you choose.
Probably. We're gonna go. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, same roll.
Yeah, I think unless you're proficient, they're both intelligence.
18.
Okay. Yeah. As you sit there, closing your eyes, it doesn't make much of a difference. You begin to try to sense, clearing your mind, listening for any change in the world around you. And you hear a whimper. Please stop. No more. I don't want. No. Coming in a direction just off to your left. I had to think which way this was for me, left or right.
Surround sound.
Yeah, just off to your left.
Okay. I'll make my way that way and see if I can get closer.
You walk for what feels like hours, hearing the splash of your footsteps echo throughout this vast emptiness. But it feels like you haven't gone very far either. It feels like
the sound doesn't get closer.
It feels like time and space are kind of like in this weird warp. It does get closer, but based on how long you're walking, you gather something wonky's going on here.
Okay.
Until eventually you bump into something in front of you. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Is it the thing making the noise?
It is very loud. It does sound like it is just on the other side of whatever you've bumped into. Please, no. I don't want to do it anymore.
I'll just say, I'll reach out with my consciousness again and just try to connect with this thing and say or ask what's wrong. Okay, it's me, it's Mugen, how can I help?
Much to your surprise, as you try to reach out with your inner voice, you hear your voice ring out in this mental space. Your mouth is not moving, but you hear those words echo out where you are. And as you do, you see these pair of familiar white eyes look at you through what look to be smoky bars. Kind of what you bumped into seems to be some kind of...
Like a cage?
Yeah, some kind of mental cage or prison. No! Hey, why are you here? You shouldn't know. No, you shouldn't be here.
I'm your partner. I'm not gonna leave you behind.
But he'll... Oh, he's here.
I'm not scared of him.
As his eyes lock with something behind you.
I'll turn to face.
And you see the world around you begin to illuminate with this red light. This glowing red light. Oh. If it isn't the little ninja that could. Or whether, should I say, who couldn't? Every step you've taken has only served me. You don't know it, but you've been such a great help. You even captured one of my toys so that I might spy on you and your friends, learn of your plans, and that I truly have nothing to worry about. You think those mortals pretending to be gods are going to save you from me? No. And what, you're supposed to be some leader of this Elite Four? You're already down a member. You've already lost one of them. Although, this isn't the first time you've lost something, is it?
Is that it?
He's just staring at you.
I say that out loud.
I mean, yes. Everything you've done. And it won't be enough. It isn't enough. I'm still here. And I'm growing in power every day. And even now, the forces you've gathered can't stop me. Might as well join me. Come on over and help us. You hear a different voice from below the eyes of the shade.
Do I know this voice?
Give me a history check. It's Yamato. As Yamato steps out, bathed in the red light of the shade's eyes, he says, "Join us. Join the winning side. We can make things better." And before you respond, I need you to make a charisma save.
Six.
You feel compelled to join the shade. Everything else begins to fade away. All other ambitions, goals, connections, as you begin to step towards Yamato and his outstretched hand, beckoning you to join him. Nothing else matters. And an all too familiar feeling starts to bubble just beneath the surface in this vast emptiness that you feel. This rage, this anger, this pure evil. The same feelings that you felt when Synesty showed you what it feels like to be taken over by the shade, to be assimilated into this hive mind. You step ever closer. You're 30 feet out, 20, 10, and just before you reach Yamato, you hear and a hand on your shoulder. As you're shaken free and you look back, and Jean, standing tall, somewhat still unfamiliar to you as it's still a recent change, only a few minutes really since he's evolved.
Yeah.
He's got your back. He's here with you.
As I was about to close my eyes and just give in, I am shaken and I'll look back at Jean and then I'll look at Yamato and I say, "You gave up the right to lead me when you gave up our home to them." And then I'll look up at the shade and I'll say, "You may absolutely know everything we have planned. You may know the next move and the move after that. You might even know what we're going to do days from now. But you know what? You still have to stop it from happening. You talk a big game, but this one's not your toy. And I'm not leaving here without him."
As you say this, as you say the words to Yamato, chastising him for, quite frankly, being a poor role model and leader and abandoning his people, he puff of smoke and he's gone, disapparated from this mental plane of existence. As the shade, "You'll join us. I just wish to leave you with some of your free will intact. But instead, I'll have to break you down. And since you care about this thing so much, I'll have him join you as the cage around Haunter similarly disapparates, and you feel rain droplets begin to fall, and it gets heavier and heavier to the point where you're probably 15 feet away from the Shade's eyes and you're having trouble seeing them through the rain. And then lightning strikes, and as you open your eyes back up, a tree falls, and you're standing on a beach. Just on the edge of a beach, rather. And you look back, and there's huts made of straw, no Jean or Haunter, and you look forward to where you were running. And there's a beach, and your breathing's labored, out of breath.
Have I seen this beach before?
I'm not even gonna make you roll a history check. It is familiar, but you can't place it. If you want to try, you can roll a history check for that, but that's what you get without a history check.
No, that's fine. I'll save that. Okay. I guess I'll just, if I was running, I would assume I should just keep running.
Okay. As you go to step over this log, these voices start to fill your head. Not quite like the Shade and his voices, but more memories, warnings. You mustn't go out in the rain. It's dangerous. You shouldn't do it. You should stay home. Stay where it's safe. Father doesn't know what he's doing. He's not himself.
I'll just
Keep going forward?
Yeah, I'll try to, because I'm assuming, so okay, first I guess before I keep going, this is a definite memory. This doesn't feel like I'm experiencing something that is detached, right? Like,
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have I literally experienced this before? 8.
To your best guess, this is not like any other time that you've heard the Shade.
Okay.
Normally when there's different voices, they seem unfamiliar to you and wildly varying.
Yeah.
Whereas there's probably 2 or 3 different voices saying each one of these things that are repeating.
Are any of them familiar?
They are familiar, but you cannot place who they are.
Okay. I'll keep running. I'll just
To the
ignore
beach?
them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you start running forward to the beach. You get to the water's edge. Rain is pouring even harder now without the cover of the trees of the inland. You're wide open. It is thundering, storming. The winds are blowing, getting pelted in the face with all of this rain. As out over the ocean, you see another lightning strike and light up a silhouette. 2 silhouettes, rather, over the ocean. One unnaturally large humanoid shape silhouetted by this thunder strike, peering down on a ship. And they look to be in some kind of feud. And you have 4 options really before you. Out into the ocean, right along the beach, left along the beach, or back where it's safe.
I'm gonna... Does anything seem weird about the beach itself, or does it just feels like a normal sort of scenario we're in?
Give me a history check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
You're looking for someone who shouldn't be out here. They got stuck, and you're risking your life to make sure that they're not taken by this dangerous storm.
Then I'll press
somewhere on the beach.
Further down the beach from where I entered, so probably right, I would assume.
Right? Okay.
Or can I hear? With that in mind, can I hear anybody calling out, or is it too heavy in the rain? Yeah.
Rain and thunder. It's. I mean, you
Okay.
can. You're barely hearing yourself
So
breathe.
then I'll just start combing the right side of the beach.
Yeah. So as you turn to the right side and begin trudging through the storm, lightning striking, you hear cannon fire. And this being gets launched onto the beach just in front of you, crashes as it stands up with yellow eyes crackling with electricity. It makes eye contact with you, throws a lightning bolt at you, and as that flash hits and you bring your eyes back, tree falls in front of you. You're back on the edge of the beach.
Okay. Little Stanley parable going on. Gotcha. Okay. Same thing. Left side.
Okay, yeah, so you rush out forward. You see the lightning strike, lighting up these two silhouettes, stopping to take a breath, stilling your fear, trudging forward. You turn left this time. You run out. You see, or you hear the same cannon fire, and behind you this time, to the right, the being hits the beach and flies back out over the ocean, back into battle. As you run, praying that this person is not that way, that they are in fact in front of you. And just then, you see it. You see Gene as a little Froakie on the beach, about 15 feet in front of you.
I'll walk over to him. What's his condition?
Are you like checking him? You're
Yeah.
Yeah. He's hunkered down. He's scared. He's not hurt, but he just doesn't. He paralyzed and stayed still.
Okay.
So as you touch him, he looks up and, oh.
It's okay. I'm here now.
Yeah.
Let's get you somewhere safe.
Just then, as you reach out to Gene, you hear another lightning strike as you look out over the ocean, and the residual sparks are showing the ship now in half, sinking into the ocean. As the being flies back to the shore, locking eyes with you and Gene, throws a lightning bolt again your way.
No way.
This time,
No way.
This time, little Gene turned into full Froakie, or full Frogadier, stands in front and deflects the lightning bolt.
No way.
And Haunter floats up beside him. Need you to roll initiative for this.
Oh my god. Wait, who do I roll initiative for again?
Haunter and Gene.
Got it. Okay. So Gene gets 13.
Okay.
Haunter gets 9.
Okay. And let's see. You go before the Sire of Storms.
I knew it.
Gene is up first.
Okay, Gene will. Fuck, hold on. Kind of surveying the situation. Fuck, this is hard. He's going to immediately, as a bonus action, drop a smoke screen around us in a 30-foot range.
So his smoke screen's different now.
Oh, hold on.
It's now Misty Step, and it allows him to stealth to get sneak attack, or get advantage from being hidden.
Oh. Got it. Okay, he will still do that.
Okay.
And then go.
And you guys, I'll say for Theater of the Mind, you're all probably 15 feet away from him.
Okay. Right. Let me see here. It's only one of his touch. Okay, yeah. So he'll go for thief. I guess with advantage or.
Yeah, if you
Yes.
smoke screen behind him, yeah,
Okay.
you can thief him with advantage and you'll get your sneak attack bonus if you hit.
24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that does it.
And that's an extra D6 I'm seeing.
Yeah, and that's the same damage type of whatever thief is. Yeah.
Plus 3 is 13 dark.
Okay. Takes 13 dark damage as he and lightning strikes near him and his rage. As you can see him more clearly now, it is this blue-skinned being with smoke covering his fists and this stark white hair and his eyes that yellow crackling with electricity out of them and this tail with bald spikes coming out the back of him. It's Haunter's turn.
All right. Haunter will move in for a shadow punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Shadow punch.
That's a 17 to hit.
That just barely hits.
Oof. Oof. Big damage. Here he goes. Damn it. 11. Ghost.
Okay. Yeah, no. I mean, you're hitting him, and he's not liking it. But it is now his turn. So he's gonna try. Oh, I'm actually gonna need Constitution saves from both Gene and Haunter.
Gene makes an 18.
Oh, yeah, he saves.
Haunter makes a 9.
He fails. So he's gonna take. Wow, all threes. So that is 9 damage, 9 electric damage. As this being, feeling himself be surrounded, he pulls in the electricity as his eyes begin to dwindle, and it coalesces at the center of him, and then he unleashes this field of electricity from within himself. Gene kicks up some sand from the beach to protect himself as Haunter is not so fortunate as he's blown backwards. It is back to Gene.
Okay, on Gene's turn, Mugen will reach out to, or will look over to the being and say, "We just want to talk to you. Why is there so much aggression?"
You shouldn't be here! As he lashes out towards Gene. I know he's taking his turn, so he's not going to attack him, but it would be like a claw swipe towards Gene.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna go for a bounce. Um, 23 to hit.
Now that hits.
Yeah. $13 flying.
Yeah. So as Gene launches into the air and you call out, "Gene, bounce into the air!" The sire's eyes for a second come back from that full yellow to just golden eyes, human-looking eyes, as it makes eye contact with you just before Gene, already in motion, hits him, and the illusion drops, and you're back in this darkened landscape. Haunter and Jean in front of you. Those red eyes about 50 feet out. But they're not looking at you. They're looking above and behind you. As he says, "Interesting. That's why you're such a thorn in my side. You're the brat's father." No matter. I'll end you both now. As you look up to meet where he's looking, and those yellow eyes, and this being, once similar size to you, is now towering behind you, staring back at the shade. His eyes again fully yellow, crackling with energy. As he lifts up his hand towards the shade, you feel your own hand lifting in unison out towards the shade. As thunder strikes through his hand into yours and out towards the shade, it burns like nothing you've ever felt before as the electricity arcs from your wrist up into your fingertips, burning these jagged marks in the back of your hand. As it makes contact with the shade, who begins to glow and it with this blinding white light. "No! This, you will pay!" As he's... And similarly, your eyes open on the ship again with this blinding white light.
All
So,
right. Are you dead? No, I'm just kidding.
let's rewind a little bit.
Better question, how dead are you?
For those of you on the boat,
All right.
you know, you guys know what happened. He holds Drowsy's hands and Haunter's hands, and they warg out.
Yeah.
Similar thing. You guys have seen this before. Grayson, you've done this with Drowsy many times. After a few minutes, you see Mugen's eyes begin to flicker with this red, similar to Haunter, as Haunter's eyes also are flickering red until they go solid.
Both of them?
Drowsy?
Both of their eyes red. Drowsy's eyes are open. Drowsy's just the conduit for them right now.
Okay.
It didn't go good.
And as their eyes solidify red, Gene jumps in and puts his hand on Mugen's shoulder as the red fades
Oh, good. I was like, you don't touch people that are getting electrocuted.
from both their eyes. And Mugen begins to mumble, "Yamato, you betrayed us. No, I wouldn't. We'll stop you." And then you feel a raindrop and another as it begins to rain until it's so heavy that you really can't see much more than a few feet beyond yourselves.
Okay.
And every now and again, Mugen twitches as lightning strikes around you guys, as if reacting to the outside world. Until eventually his eyes open with this electric charge and this yellow light. And then lightning strikes in the middle of Drowsy, Haunter, and Mugen as they're all blown back. And I've already told Mugen what he sees when he wakes up, but yeah.
Are they still on the boat?
They're still on the boat. They've just been launched probably like
Is the
5 or
boat
10 feet
damaged?
back. No.
Okay.
It's got char marks in the middle, but it's not like
capsizing.
sinking or
Yeah.
anything like that. There's char marks in the center, but it seems to be mostly superficial. If not, you might have to just like not step on that spot.
I am immediately rushing over to Mugen. Are you all right?
I'm going up to Drowsy.
What the hell was that?
As he coughs, you see that there are these like electric like markings going up from his wrist to each one of his fingers. I saw him. I saw them both, and then as he lifts up his hand, you can kind of see sparks jumping.
You saw who?
The Shade.
And the other?
The Sire of Storms.
Then we are too late.
No. No, I think we're just in time.
Kenji, how soon can we sail?
Just then, before Kenji has a chance to respond, Haunter floats over. Now, instead of this dark, ghostly black, is this pale white ghostly color. He is now ghost, poison, and radiant type.
Ooh.
And he has
What?
and he has a new move called Into the Light.
What?
It should be on the sheet. I just
Holy
copied it over.
shit.
Oh,
And his
God,
ability
never
changed a
mind.
little bit as well. It's called Guiding Light now instead of Levitate. He still has the Levitate, so he can still hover and resistance to ground.
Haunter's a soul reaper now.
What?
My Zanpakuto's over there.
Yeah, and Kenji's like, Delmise, are we so good? And Delmise is just like,
I don't know all the details, but I at least know that we need to go wherever we're going as soon as possible.
yeah, okay. Double time, Delmise.
I'm
Delmise
taking
was just as
Shuckle
fast as he's been.
out as soon as possible, and having Shuckle give me a little bit of the juice.
A little bit of the juice.
Wow.
Yeah.
The juice.
Yeah. Is it like
probably-
one batch?
I believe you had rolled for 4 days, and it's only been. I think you rolled the max, didn't you? It was
Yeah, I did.
It was 4
Because
days.
I was excited. I was like, yeah, 4 on a
Yeah.
D4.
Yeah. And
Has it only been 4 days? I mean, we sailed around.
Yeah,
I
you
did that.
gave it to him. I'll say it's been 4 days. Yeah, because you gave it to him just like the day you guys left. I'll say
Yeah.
it's been 4 days.
Okay.
So yeah, you've got I think it's 1d3 juices.
I want a high number on that one, right? I have 1, and I'll give it to you, Mugen, and you can either choose to take it or
What is this again?
Does Shuckle's ability should say? I mean, I might be wrong on that.
Oh, it's shuck juice?
maybe it does. But yeah,
Gave us some floop.
it's orange berry concentrate.
Oh, it's equal
more or
to the
less.
number of berries you gave him. So however many berries you gave him, you get that
I think I
many
gave him
juices
3.
back. Then you get 3 juices out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You gave him 7, from what I remember.
It's up to 3.
Oh.
Up to 3 berries. 3's the max.
Actually, I think it was 14.
Yeah, specifically.
If you use a specific number, he's less likely to catch on. Yeah.
Each juice will have an enhanced effect. So for Oranberry, it triples the dice. So I think it's 1d4 normally. It's 3d4 now.
Healing?
Healing, yeah.
Well, then I'll give all 3 to you, and you can distribute them however you see fit amongst your mons. I imagine that you and Haunter would probably
Yeah.
want some or need some.
Gene's gonna
Do
need
berries have the same effect on humans as they do on Pokemon?
Yeah, you guys have eaten berries before.
Yeah,
Pretty
and
sure.
like regained health that way.
If you haven't, you would know. I mean, in the world, yeah.
Got it.
Did Drowsy take any damage from that?
Drowsy was not there. Drowsy was fully conscious in this world. He was just
Yeah,
he was
but
just
like the lightning bolt and being
Oh
pushed
yeah,
back.
no,
Lost
he's
the
fine.
back.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
I mean,
Right.
he flew back, but no,
God,
I'll be kind.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. He is 5.
You are so kind.
Thank you. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Thank you, great game master.
After almost killing Drowsy and Bloodkip last session, you know.
And look, that's what Bloodkip's there for, honestly, though. Bloodkip has a death wish.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, Kenji commanded Delmise to double time it, but I mean, you guys seemingly are moving about the same time. As you move, you realize that the rain was localized to where you were, though, and you're very quickly like out of it.
As soon as we're out of the rain and we've had time to kind of gather ourselves and Mugen has healed himself as well as his Mons. What exactly happened? I mean, I know what we saw.
I'll kind of like do one of these at you for a second, and I'll just go over to Hunter and I'll say, buddy, is he still there?
Haunt.
Good.
And he does like this twirl into the air, like he's like got a
Free.
new lease on life. Yeah.
Good.
Drowsy can cast Greater Restoration. Interesting. Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are really confused. I kind of am too, but I went into Haunter's mind and it was just darkness for a long time. And then I heard crying. So I went over to see what it was and I found Haunter in a cage. And then I saw him there. Shade spoke to me. Said that he's been spying on us through Haunter this entire time. Knows our plans, knows what we're going to do next. Basically, and then tried to intimidate me and say that it wasn't going to be enough. And then a tree fell, and I was on a beach. And I ran up the beach, and I saw a boat, and this great figure in the sky fighting. He carried great lightning with him. And as he does that, more sparks will jump in between his fingers.
The sire, I take it.
Yeah. And I found Gene out there, but he was small and scared until, well, the sire sank the boat and came to this shore, and we fought. We fought for what felt like ages.
We were counting the seconds ourselves.
And
Well,
then
for you guys, it was like 30 seconds.
And then lightning struck. And we were back inside Haunter's mind. Except this time the shade wasn't looking at me. He was looking behind me. And when I looked up, the sire was standing over me. And the shade said something about it being the brat's father. And the sire reached out, and as he reached out, I could feel my arm reaching out too. And lightning shot out of me, directly into the shade. And he vanished. And then I woke up here. And Haunter's different now. And
He's what Shiny Haunter should have been.
He is a little pale.
as we were doing that together, the marks moved up my hand, and when I woke up, they were still there. I think something changed me. And I think I have a connection with this lightning, this sire of storms in some way.
Am
No,
I?
not a Pokemon.
Not that I know of. I met two people this past week who could be, so
That's fair.
maybe.
Am I to understand that when you say this bit about the brat being his son, you're talking about your Haunter being the Shade's child? Offspring?
It was unclear who the Shade was referring to, but when we were on the beach, the one the sire was yelling at was me.
Okay.
Told me I shouldn't be here. As I was running, I could hear memories in my head, voices that I've heard before, but I don't remember who they are, saying, "You shouldn't go out in the rain. Father doesn't know what he's doing." And that's when I found Jean.
And these were your memories.
Yeah, I think so.
The heavy rain you ran through.
Yeah.
Could it have been
Is it
the
still
event?
raining?
No, you guys have moved out of it. Like I said, it was like a 30-foot radius on the boat
Oh, okay.
that you guys have moved out of. It's still, if you look back, there's still rain falling
Yeah.
there. But yeah.
Apparently that was raining here too.
Could it have been the event that took the city we found in ruin? All that time ago?
That music lineup was just
Yeah,
with your eyes. You I'm sorry, I had to call attention to it. It was just pretty cool.
I'm DJing over here.
I didn't consider that before. You'll forgive me, it was all a little confusing.
There's nothing to forgive. I can only imagine what sort of trauma you're experiencing right now. New memories coming to light and all. I hate to press you on this, but
I think we're close.
I feel that too.
He shot lightning out of his hands. We better be close.
I think I can still do that.
Would you like to try?
I'll try to grab a pack or something innocuous and just try
I'll send out Vampy.
Are you sure?
I will remind you, in this world, there are no immunities.
Oh,
there are
I'll
only
return-
resistances.
I'll return Elmer to the ball. Sorry about that, Elmer.
Don't think that's a good
Stupid
idea.
scientist. Stupid.
I'll take I don't know, one of our rations or something like that and just try to channel lightning through it.
Roll me a d8. You're not gonna have to roll to hit. You'll hit, but
5.
yeah, that ration explodes with a crackle of
So
electricity.
you just see like an apple and it's like, it's like
and it can no longer take reactions until your next turn.
well, I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, I can do that now.
Hugin, you're amazing. This is incredible.
This has never come across your notes before, I'm assuming.
Never. And I can't help but to feel that Victor may have left the party too often. He would have loved to see this.
You know, honest, yeah.
I will take full credit for this discovery. I begin jotting it down in my notebook.
I do wish he was here.
Kenji, have you ever seen something like this before?
No.
Have I ever heard about something like this happening in my studies of evolutionary stones, or even where those may come from, godlike ancestor Pokemon intermingling with humans and bestowing powers?
That's a loaded question. Roll me a history check.
Yeah.
You just crammed as many questions into that one question.
I'm hinging it all on one roll here. Not bad.
Define the Pantheon in as many words as possible.
The words just kept coming to mind. I didn't form the sentence fully before I started
It's like, all
speaking.
right, so let's start from the top, obviously is, and go.
You said history, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-natural 20.
Hell yeah.
You just met beings who do that, just like Mugen mentioned, the Countess and the Duke.
Right.
They can do that.
But they like morph, right?
Yes. But you also noticed that there were elements of their powers while they were still in human form. Additionally, in your research with evolution stones and the nature of your partner and your family, you have known some people to try to augment themselves, usually through some kind of machinery, to channel the power of an evolution stone from a person. But it's usually that they're wielding some machine that does it, not necessarily they're themselves. The closest thing to a person doing it would be the Countess or the Duke that you know of.
Mugen, did it feel in any way that the Sire's life, essence, ability, shape, form was being transferred to you? Is this a borrowed power or one that is now synonymous with your life.
Yes.
When the sire was yelling at me on the beach, was that also a voice that I knew?
I'm not, with the same history check that you had rolled, or insight, I forget which one you had rolled, but with the same check, yes.
Okay.
Yes, that is one that was all too familiar to you. It was even one of the voices that you had heard previously.
In my memory.
On the beach, in your memory. One of the ones that said, stay home when it's raining.
I think he's my dad.
The Pokemon.
Who knows what he is?
Fascinating.
So I think these powers are... I think they run in the family.
That passes the old insight check.
Barely remember him. But the only thing I remember constantly was him telling me to never go outside in the rain.
Well, then now we know for sure. At the very least, we need to seek out the Sire, reunite the two of you, and find the truth in all this. The absolute truth. And hopefully stop whatever evil this Sire, your parent, father, whatever evil they seem to be fighting.
Why are we going somewhere else? I was going north.
Do I know where to go now?
Let's look at the map. We don't want full map, right? I think we only have full map.
Yeah, we only have full map.
There is now a new place just above the Pokeball compass. Breakaway Beach, i.e.
Also, south is not a direction.
Yeah, south is not a direction.
You can only move up, left, and right.
It's called Honato, not Honato. But yes, you guys are currently headed north from Ice Cave Island. And if you wanted to detour, that's what Kenji's asking. He's like,
Are we going somewhere else?
Do we have supplies to make it to Breakaway?
No.
It was my understanding that we
we
needed
had
to
to
get
go
to
to
port.
Yeah, then we need to port as soon as possible.
Continue our current heading.
North is fine.
To Iki.
Thank you, Kenji.
You heard him, Dumb Eyes. Keep doing what you're doing.
You're doing great, Delmice. Thank you. Does it sound ill?
no.
Or is that how it always
It's just
sounds?
creaking.
Okay.
I was like, whoa, that's new.
Yeah.
At the very least, we won't be spending much time in town if we can help it. I want to see this through as soon as possible. I've never been so captivated by a discovery before.
Well, it doesn't seem like we have that much time anyway, so.
Oh, he'll be there.
Why do you seem so off-put by all of this?
Like I said, I barely remember him. From the time that I was little, they found me on the beach. And I was a ninja. That was my whole life. And for the longest time, Yamato was my father. So I thought. And I'm not even sure that he is my father. I've heard his voice before. Somewhere deep in my memory. Now I just have questions. Lots of questions.
Yes. Understandable.
We all do, I think.
Yeah.
But for you and for all of us, we will find them.
Can I, there's no way for me to, it was so long ago, right? There's no way for me to, like, search my feelings to make sure it's really my family or not.
I mean, you've just had a slew of memories unlocked. I would say it warrants another history check if you want to. And what did you ask? Just like
am I related to
fact
this
check?
sire? Yeah, do I feel like this is a family connection, or is this just like someone that I've known, or?
With that 14 history check, you're thinking back, is the sire my father? How could this happen? How does that work? What's going on? This memory unlocks in your brain. You running outside in the village that you saw to this man without legs, blue skin, similar tail with spiked balls on it, arms crossed, looking similar to the thing you saw, but a little bit different. Stark white hair, though, just like yours. Saying, "There you are, son," and you're back. That's the memory that you get with a 14.
Okay.
I'd recognize those bowls anyway.
He had a tail, my dad. And I'll kind of just describe what I can remember.
That does sound like a Pokemon. Does not sound like a human. Do you know any humans with tails?
You're quite deductive.
I'll say it looked like a muscular man from the waist up, but it had a tail.
If that's true, then what am I?
You are asking the wrong two people. I do not know what is going on any longer in this place. None of this happens back home. None of it. Absolutely none of it.
Is Mugen blue Abadi Abadai?
No.
Okay.
I will say his
he have
markings
a
on his
tail?
hands do have a bluish tint to them, but
Do you pass along the information about the spike balls and
Yeah, I'll try to describe it as best as I can.
did it look like he was riding upon a cloud?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you right now, no history check's going to say that Presnick knows what this thing is.
Alex knows. Alex knows. Little Z did a whole song on it.
But it's not.
Yeah, you totally led us one way and then right turned us at the last second.
Oh no.
Got it. Okay.
Hey, people at home, tell us what you think it is. Tell us, who's that Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon?
Your dad is old school fat Pikachu from the first anime.
riding a cloud.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Covered in orange berry juice. Covered in
Blue.
it.
Drunk.
It's a shiny.
Slathered in it.
Okay. Well, with that, I think Presnick's gonna kind of let off of the questioning, seeing that his friend is probably reeling enough as it is.
The more questions you ask, the further into his 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
He's kind of having some realizations.
I think Presnick will go below deck and just kind of find some peace to himself for a moment.
Yeah. If you were to ask Kenji, he would say you guys have probably another day journey to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
if you're trying to dock as soon as possible. So you can do with what you want in that day. If you guys want to sit and contemplate, we can be at the shore.
Mugen's gonna basically like go below decks with Gene and Haunter, and he's not gonna come back up until we shore. And he's gonna spend the whole time meditating on these memories, trying to remember anything else, asking Gene, talking to Gene, seeing if Haunter can interact in some way, just trying to really get into that, like spiritual incense burning ninja thing.
Yeah.
Grayson's gonna stay above deck and be at the front of the boat with Delmai's.
Having existential crisis.
Basically.
Am I a Pokemon?
he's like caught between like full dissociation and like trying to put the puzzle pieces together in his brain.
God, are we all
You have dreams of Mudkip as a buff man.
Yeah, basically. Full biker gear, leather studded.
He's blue. You're like, is that what he looked like?
Mudkip doesn't have a tail though. He just likes to torture people, but
Yeah. So as you guys reflect, jot down notes, think about everything that just happened. I mean, you had just met these beings who could turn into Pokemon and fought off the shade, and then all of a sudden your friend is now shooting electricity out of his hands, and it's like, it's a lot to process. So you guys take that time. I don't know. I know everyone else was just away for a little bit, but Will, do you need a break? Because this would be a good time to take one, or whatever. We can
Sure, we can go to break now.
Or we can go to break.
If you
yeah.
want.
I don't know if we need one. This is the natural breaking point if we want one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be back in like 10.
Yeah, everyone at home, go pee break, get some snacks. Google Pokemon to try to figure out who Mugen's father is. And,
Hint, it's not Zapdos.
We'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Well, it might be.
a blue Zapdos
With a big tail.
with a spiky tail.
It's Pikachu on a cloud.
Terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. Tremendous thanks to Patchma Seeker, Brad T, Neurotoxin 06, LC, Eterim's Bag of Cringe, Leviathan, Jessicat, Bionic Juice, Jack David, Heathen Gaming, Todd Clemay, Gravel Digger, I'm Dumb, Meep Zero, Comrade Kiryu, Alex Goodnight, thank you, Jared, Reverence, Terminus Gray, Leodus Chiron, Grim Reaper, Connor McConnell, Matthew Florence, Ducky's Pond, CW, VA, Amadeus, Rain Sasiel, Dink Dreeply, Telleth, Drachno, Flues, Big Bad RPG, Will Plays Games, Ramblin' 19th, Aaron Breeder, Jan Jims, Shakal Draconis, Zyborg, Nick Dyson, Rich Balls, Anton Davidatus, Edward, Aaron B, Arcestus, Daddy DeFrosty, Ethan Tran, Rub My Beard, Christian Deters, Skeetus, Christopher Love, Shazar Rose, Brett Venable, Tides of Mo, Tabletop Beard, Drazaddy, and Mama Jinbo. You know,
members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
The most exciting feature for our live streams has come to YouTube. You can now roll dice live to help us in our adventures by using chaos that's built up by watching and interacting with the stream. All you need to do is keep an eye out for earning instructions that appear on our stream, and then spend those points by typing in the commands that correspond to the dice you'd like to roll. This feature is always available, no matter what campaign we're playing in, so be sure to hop in and help out our players because, well, they're gonna need it.
Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by three brothers that have combined two great loves of mine: tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session 0 and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that? Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you. By chance, by destiny, by desire, it matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you
the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... Oh! Excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Hey, welcome back.
We're back. Did you guess that Pokemon? I wasn't double checking chat. I don't think anybody did.
Who's that Pokemon?
But yeah, we're back. The boat's sailing. Everyone's been doing some thinking, some contemplating, testing out of new powers and abilities.
I will say, at some point, Presnick would have taken the charge out of, I guess, Shuckle's ball and placed it into Zircon's.
Oh, yeah.
Let him out and just kind of checked him out. You know, how's he doing?
Yeah, looking just interacting with him. Looking anything in particular, or
Realistically, Presnick is looking to see if Zircon has any traces of evil ick that has been present since he focused too hard on the energies he was trying to pick up from the shade.
Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Say with advantage too. This is your buddy, your pal. You know what he's supposed to look like.
Well, thank God for advantage. That's an 11.
Yeah. There's no that deep purple with red streaking through it. There's none of that glowing in him. His eye is not glowing red like it did whenever you tried to have him hone in on the max revive. None of that going on. He does seem... You said you were below deck?
Mm-hmm.
And you said you were below deck as well. Wherever Mugen and Haunter is, he does seem intrigued in that direction. Like there's something new there that he's not seen before or felt before.
Alex knows what that is, and I think Presnick probably does too, but out of an abundance of caution, he's going to kind of like pull Zircon away and maybe even place a hand on him or let Zircon rest in his lap. Sorry, buddy. I've been afraid of what might happen to you. I worry I might be misusing your abilities. I want you to know you're more than that.
He kind of looks at you and like tilts a little bit out of like some confusion and then kind of like nestles up and is like, care about you too, buddy.
I'll keep you safe. And I'll return him.
Okay.
Roll over and go to sleep.
Yeah. You're all awoken to the all too familiar as the boat makes landfall and Kenji's like, we're here, man, wake up, and he's banging on doors and oh, God damn it, Kenji.
How much damage has the hole taken?
And
That never gets any easier.
You can all click the brand new long rest button
There's a long rest button?
There is.
on the main character page.
Oh, wow.
Bougie.
It should be next to
I
your
need
monies.
permissions to run it.
Oh, should I hit OK?
Hang on, I think it's making me sign in
Yeah,
or something.
Uh-oh.
It's
Google
okay.
hasn't verified this app.
Yeah, you can verify.
I don't know if I
Advanced.
can confirm. I don't know this person. I don't know who this email address is.
I hit it, but I don't know if it's working on my phone.
Oh, the
so-
phone may not, yeah.
Wow. Got it.
Oh,
okay.
Because it's going to want to run a script.
It said only to do it if...
third-party plugin.
Yeah.
Confirm
all
long
good.
rest.
I will.
Okay.
Wow, that's so cool.
And you can go in and
bougie.
manually clear it. It's just so you don't have to manually clear stuff or
All
make it
hail
into
Sam the DM.
Yes.
Lord of Excel
Lord,
or
the great Excel
Lord of
wizard.
spreadsheets. Okay.
Beep. Yeah. So everyone's long rested. You now have Zircon instead of Shuckle for the day, right? Yeah. Anybody else making any? I mean, you can make this one. You don't have to tell me, but just as a reminder, you can switch out your Pokemon and all that stuff if you want. But yeah, so you guys, I'm assuming, surface from underneath the boat, and you see a vast Greenland in front of you as you've pulled up to shore.
Do I see a settlement of any kind?
You see a forest probably a mile or two away, a tree line.
Kenji, have you been to Iki before?
No. But I know it's that way. Straight north.
How do you know? I'm not doubting you. I never would. I just want to make sure we're in the right place.
Well, because of this. And he pulls out a map. He's like, well, you see... Well, it's daytime now, but just a few minutes ago, there was a star there that would show that this is north.
He flips the map. You have it.
Oh, dear God, we're in Hoenn now.
You see Grayson just get out of the boat and start walking towards the trees.
On water.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's going now.
well, I'm gonna head back to Yasai.
Well, no, Kenji, we need you. We're stocking up and we're going to come back.
Oh,
That's always been the plan.
We're going to breakaway, Kenji.
I don't know if you've heard, but
Well, not quite.
you can't.
What?
Any boats that go to breakaway beach are swallowed up by the whirlpools that surround it.
Kenji.
How close can you get us?
I can take you back to Firefly Island, maybe to Sunagari, but we're also not supposed to go to... Well, I guess we can go there.
No. Why? No.
Well, that's the Matsuri clan. They don't like Dinto.
Oh.
Well,
Right.
then,
Fair.
if we're not to arrive to where we're trying to get to on your vessel, is there a way to get there via land? Is there an alternate route that might prove better for us? The fate of the world hangs in the balance, and you are a heroic man, Kenji. I know you to be.
Well, if you pay me enough, you can take my boat.
You're an old sailor, right? You must have heard stories.
Or you could go inland to Iki, stock up, and make your way by land to Mitsuji. And that's another port town that's really close to Breakaway Beach.
But then we wouldn't have you.
Correct.
You're a vital member of this team,
And
Kenji.
How much are you willing to pay me for it?
How much do you want?
I got...
I believe, and I'm blanking on the exact amount. I believe you guys gave him 800 to make this journey.
How much do you want?
At least double.
it will, of course, be paid for by... what's her name? I can't think of the lady's name now that I'm trying to think.
Hana?
Thank you.
The daimyo gave you guys the money to pay for
Right.
it.
That yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to.
Oh,
I switched back into
okay,
Drazad's
okay.
voice and it threw me all off again.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going back there to get the money. I don't have supplies either. Like, I need the money to get the supplies to go.
Well, we can get the supplies.
Right.
And pay me 1,600 gold.
Kenji, how much is it worth to be known throughout the land as the man who both slayed the vicious sea monster outside of the port of Yasai, as well as the man who saved the entire continent at large?
Give me a persuasion check.
And single-handedly...
At disadvantage, he does not want to do this.
I had a feeling that was coming. I was picking up both dice anyway.
And single-handedly sails to Breakaway Beach.
Not bad.
Where no other sailor could.
That's 2 14s, so 16. I can't make this up.
Well, with his 5,
Yeah!
Kenji says,
Well, it does have a nice ring to it. Save the world, you said?
We'll be sure to tell the daimyo it was your idea.
The great hero Kinji.
Well, I don't need. Well, I guess it could be my idea to save the world.
Well, it was your
Imagine for a moment. Let me paint you a picture. As we sail back into the port of Yasai, victorious, all those other fishermen who said nothing but nasty things about you, applauding you upon your arrival. Your head held high above theirs, knowing that your status has risen higher than theirs ever could.
So kind of like when we came back from slaying the big monster.
But more.
More. That, but larger. Think bigger.
Bigger sea monster?
No.
No, more like the whole town knowing your name.
I still don't think they believe
Oh.
the sea monster.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can stay here and make sure the ship is okay and take stock of everything and replace a couple boards where that freak lightning strike. And I'll
We'll make
wait.
sure to keep those to a minimum in the future.
It's about a day's walk into Iki. How long do you think it'll take for you guys to stock up?
I would imagine we'll get there, stock up, maybe get some rest, and come right back. I don't imagine we're going to stick around there very long. Time is of the essence.
No, 2
Okay.
days at the longest.
Well, it's 2 days travel, so you would have to get there and then immediately turn around and come back.
2.5. That's
Okay. I'll give you 3. If you're not back in 3, I'm heading back.
Kinji,
I don't have that much food.
You have my word as a
You're a
scientist.
fisherman.
Why?
Kinji, shake my hand.
Why don't we call it 4 days?
Oh, sure. Max I can do is probably 4.
All right, we'll stick with that. Then.
I got Vienna
We'll stick with
sausages
the
down here, but
potted meat Vienna sausages. That's all I got.
It's only 3 if I drink. It's only 3 if I eat the sausages. It's 4 if I drink the juice.
Yeah.
Well, as Thunderfingers over there pointed out, I am a fisherman, so I guess I can make do a little bit, but,
You do
Should make it
also
back.
have Delmise.
I'm not gonna eat Delmise.
No, no, Kinji. I would never tell you to eat Delmise. I'm saying you could use Delmise, I'm assuming, for some form of fish catching situation.
He's not very good at that. You don't really know Delmise, from what I'm gathering.
He's like 2 hooks.
Have you seen him? He just sits there on the front of the boat and steers.
No,
Do not undersell what Delmise is capable of.
Oh, he's
Right.
really good at what he does. That's what he does.
I just always assumed that was just what you made him do, and there were the knickknacks.
you know,
and,
we'll be back in a
hobbies.
few days.
Right, let's get going.
I just turn around.
Fully disengage.
Getting off the boat and making sure Kinji's out of earshot, I'll look at them and be like, I think that went quite well.
The negotiations were sure.
You're right about one thing,
think
Master.
that man is psychotic.
He's gotten us this far, and that is saying a
And
lot.
that is the craziest thing.
Sometimes you need a little bit
gonna
of
be
crazy.
the best man in all of you. He starts singing as you guys get off the boat. They're gonna love me. I'm gonna be the best in all of you.
Yeah, with that, with Kinji serenading us with his future hopes and dreams, we'll
Stress,
begin
water droplet.
walking in the direction.
You see a vein in Grayson's forehead just pulse.
Don't shock us.
Yeah, as you guys start making your way back towards Iki.
Mm-hmm.
Or not back. You guys have
Towards
been to Iki. I would assume Mugen probably has never been that far.
Have we?
Close to the border. You would have had to go through Iki to get to Miendo.
Just not immediately familiar with it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In session, you guys haven't been there, but
Yeah.
your characters have definitely gone through there.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess stupid question. Whenever we got here, did we come on the map? Did we come from this way or we come from this way?
Go back to the map.
Like whenever, not like, I'm talking like
That's the
session
settlement.
one.
That's Iki,
Yeah.
and then that's Miendo. So you guys went. Whoop.
So
Got
like
it.
where did, like, day one, we just
In the
got
middle.
here.
Top middle.
Where did we land?
Like the settlers?
Oh, day
Yes.
day
That
one,
is the
we were
settlement.
in the
That's
settlement.
where you landed.
Yeah.
So we went,
Session 1, you guys were here.
Straight right.
But you guys, the boat came from here.
got it. Okay, that's, okay. Sweet, so sweet.
Sorry, for those at home, the boat came from the east, wrapped around Yasai, and landed where the settlement is.
I realized I'd never actually thought about that concept. Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
And we're walking.
One more step, and it'll be the furthest from home I've ever been.
Come
They live
now,
in the
Sam.
trees, do they not? The people living.
Yeah, I mean, you had heard that at least Samuel lives in a big oak tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one person you guys know from Iki that you
Right.
kept asking
Right.
a million questions about.
Thought it might have been a lead.
We will seek him out.
We will find this Sam.
Y'all met him. Y'all have already met him.
Yeah, that's true.
Forget about that.
But yeah, so you guys begin walking north. Are you looking for anything? Doing anything?
I mean, supplies, definitely.
No, but I mean like on the way to Iki.
Oh,
Or unless you meant like
no.
supplies and like berries and stuff like
No,
that.
no, no.
I'm just keeping my eye out for wild Pokemon or any potential threats. I mean, we've certainly faced. This is our first time back on the mainland in a couple of days, and the last time we were there, things seemed pretty intense. So I'm just trying to make sure and look for signs of any potential dread spread, so to speak.
Dread spread. Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
That was just a clever way to word it. That wasn't even a joke. Gosh, you guys laugh at all the wrong things. Perception. 16. It's another 14.
Okay, roll me a d12.
Ooh, okay.
Do we want it high or low? We want this?
Yeah. Tell me before I roll it.
It's an encounter table, so it
Oh.
doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's a 4.
Okay, so as you guys are walking through the field before you guys get to the tree line that's a couple miles inland, you see some Pokemon grazing out in the field, and you actually see a couple little calf pints, kind of like what you saw over on Firefly Island, only these are not...
Fire specific.
Yeah, they're more brown, less red, and
Ah,
flaming.
yes, these are chocolate calf pints.
Do you think these could supply the ship with extra nourishment on our journey?
You want to eat these things?
No. They're cows. You get moo milk.
These are
from
specifically baby cows, but yes.
them. Well, we could maybe...
Sure, if you want to milk.
I don't
them,
know.
you
You're
weirdo.
basically a god now. Can you, speed the process along? How does that work?
I don't think lightning causes things to age, but I'm no scientist.
I am a fan of what is it called? Scientific method.
I don't really feel comfortable shocking a bunch of baby cows to find out, but
I also am not comfortable doing that.
No, they would just be barbecue.
I'm more for the idea now that you say it that way, though.
I'll maybe, as we walk, just kind of, walk near them and maybe, tussle the hair of one of them.
Yeah, as you get closer, you do see a couple Tauros and Miltank come out of the nearby area that
these
maybe
can
you
produce
hadn't
milk.
seen. Yeah, that you hadn't seen before. They're like, strange things are getting near our children. So they're...
Hello!
They're-
Wonderful children you have here. They're
Give me a Pokemon
very
hand-
adorable.
Give me a Pokemon handling check.
Out of them, you die.
Oh, the first bad roll. 10.
Yeah, if you try to get closer to the calf pint, they will step between you. The Tauros will, at least.
We mean no harm. We're just passing through. Hope you have a wonderful day and bountiful meals.
It's grass. They eat grass, so.
There's a lot of it, so you're welcome. And I continue moving on.
this grass here for you.
I believe their meals will be.
Yeah.
Continue on.
Roll me another d12.
Somebody else roll it. That way,
If
I'm
you,
not
if
doing
you
all
roll a
the-
4, re-roll it.
yeah.
5.
There's a McDonald's across.
Okay.
And a Starbucks.
So as you
God.
guys are walking through the plains and you get a little bit closer to the tree line, you see some familiar Pokemon swinging through the trees. Some little green monkeys with orange gloves and some
Nice.
some little pig-looking monkeys with some green frosted tips. Swinging through.
It's Guy Fieri.
No, it's Mugen's Pokemon that we've never seen.
So this is where Flavortown is.
Yeah.
I'll watch as they continue. Do they look like they're moving in the same direction, opposite?
They're playing.
Okay.
It's
swinging back and forth.
2 or 3 of each, swinging through and
panicked.
playing. Yeah.
Running away from something.
And I feel like we're moving in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
as far
Pretty
as
straight
far as
shot.
Kenji told you, north.
Excuse me, little playful ones. Do you know how to get to town? There's a settlement near here.
I really think you're not gonna like what they have to say.
I really
Pokemon
think
handling.
I really think we just need to make it to the trees.
Hey, this is an encounter, damn it. I'm using it. That's another 10.
We've quite literally
You're like,
been there
hey,
before.
do you know how to get? And as you're trying to explain, you don't realize that one of them has snuck up behind you and takes the little stick out of his head and jumps up and whacks you on the back of the head and runs away. And then they all like start laughing.
Yeah,
Don't like outsiders.
they don't
I
like
suppose.
anyone.
We should probably leave them alone, President.
I'm sorry. I'm
These Mankey can get quite cranky.
I see. Perhaps I should have let Zircon do the talking, and I continue walking before anyone could respond to that idea.
To let Zircon, the most charismatic, unexpressive eyeball,
Yeah,
to do all the
exactly.
talking.
He's got an entire -1 to charisma.
He's the greatest sorcerer on the planet. While we're walking, I know we're kind of in the middle of everywhere, but Grayson would be looking for any. The best word I can think to describe it, any like religious or not altars necessarily, but just something of that essence of that would be like the spirits of like the Pokemon that lived here, or something
Like a
of that degree.
graveyard or something, or any kind of structure, or just.
I don't think graveyard would be more like
You know when you driving, like you see a little cross on the side of the road.
Man,
Like, are you looking for ghost Pokemon specifically, or
No. Like I'm looking for like if these people have altars to any like deities
Gotcha,
they worship.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I don't have to ask who's leading the pack. That's a perfect prompt. I'm gonna ask you to do this.
Great.
Let's go.
Go ahead and roll me 3d4
Interesting.
and then a d100.
Interesting.
I wasn't anticipating this. Alex, darling, can I borrow?
Yeah, of course.
You encounter
Pick your poison.
3d4 wolves.
Okay, I'm gonna do my D4 first. We got 3 3s.
So 9.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I'm
I do warn you, this is another one that you probably wanted that to be lower.
Nice.
Oh,
That's what I
goody.
figured.
Sick. There's 9.
I think he
demons
waits
coming
to
kill us.
decide that
D100.
until after we tell him. the
No, that
number.
was to figure out a time thing. That's how long something's gonna take.
Oh.
60. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you wouldn't count the 0.
Mhm.
Yeah.
60.
60?
Yep.
Okay.
70.
As you guys step into the woods and you're looking around for this.
That's the ones.
Yeah, double zero is. I hate D100.
Double 0 and a 0 is 100.
But otherwise, double zero is 0 instead of 100.
Yeah.
But what is single 0?
Single 0 is. Okay, my sales pitch on D100s.
10.
No. The way it works is you treat that 0 as the ones place of whatever.
It's the ones place.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why a singular 0 and double 0 is 100 is because you can't
Yes.
get a 0 on the
Right,
die.
right.
So that's how that works. We're not changing it.
But then you have.
We're not changing it.
No, I know, but my sales pitch is just that D100s are dumb because they change depending on what the value is, change
Yeah.
depending on what you roll.
Hey,
and it's
I'm a big
confusing.
fan of the giant D100 rolly.
Yes, that
Almost
forgot
bought
removes
off the
all
giant
confusion.
100.
That's in,
The
or normally is in Morgan's. I
golf
don't know where
ball.
it is.
She's
But
got
anyway.
it somewhere.
So you rolled a 9 and then 60. Okay. 69. So you get, as you guys are traversing through the forest and you're looking around for any kind of structure or sign of any kind of shrine or notable landmark, you see a few little bug Pokemon throughout the forest. Here and there, some caterpillars hanging from the trees and whatnot. But you don't see any structures. However, you do feel every now and again like something's watching you.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice what that might be?
You sure
Yeah.
can.
I'm certainly going to be looking around.
Can I make one too,
During
or can I
this
help him?
time-
Either way.
Yeah, either one of you can roll with advantage, or you can both roll. Whatever.
Let's both roll.
Yeah, okay, let's make it fun.
Did we have more than a... It's a day's travel.
You can stop.
Yeah, Kenji said it's a day's travel. He knows how
fine.
far it is, and so it's a day's travel.
Great.
There.
Natty Twan.
Yeah, 11.
You similarly get the feeling like something is watching you, and every now and again you might hear like some rustling in the trees and that doesn't quite sound like any of the like bug-like noises that you would expect in like a forest.
I'm
I'm going to let Charmander out if I think I'm being watched.
gonna let Zircon out and tell him to check the area for any other life forms or scan for
Yeah,
energies.
as you guys extend your watch force, you do every now and again think you catch the glimpse of something just out of the corner of your eye. Hard to tell exactly what it is, but you definitely maybe possibly see maybe some, you don't know. Even
if
with
you
your
had to
natural
give it a
20.
color, light in color, maybe pink.
It's tough because of how quickly green, but maybe that's the forest.
Mugen,
Yes.
we're being watched.
Fantastic.
Just so you know.
Thank you.
How tall is the canopy of trees? Like, is it like, we're talking like
It's not a question I thought I'd have to answer.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
just
this is
thinking.
odd. Let me, I guess, make it a little easier. Are we talking like trees as in like, this is like an oak tree, so like branches going all the way up? Or forest is in like rainforest, where like tree canopy at top, shaft of the tree going all the way to the ground?
Like a traditional forest that we might have
Got it.
here in
Okay.
the south.
Okay.
No big redwoods or anything like that.
Not
Yeah,
the answer
no.
I was hoping for.
I mean, there is an obvious clearing. Like if you were to get above it, you could. But
No, I was asking that question because I was going to get Mugen to send Friggy help and have
I'll
Friggy
send them
patrol
either
above
way.
us. But
I'll
Yeah.
talk to both Gene and Friggy and have them do one of these behind us,
okay.
and just to see if they can sweep for anything and don't be obvious.
Okay.
You know, we're ninja.
I'm gonna say you guys do this for a number of hours as you walk through. I need someone else to roll me another D100.
yeah, you do. Yeah.
Daddy Der Frosty, thank you for the gifted membership.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. I'm going to add your points right now. Now that
One.
I'm not in
71?
control of the stream, so I can do that.
As Gene and Friggy are patrolling, and you're kind of taking up the rear, and Presnick might be, oh look, I think I saw it there, or maybe was it, or maybe it was there, and you're kind of tracing where his eyes are, and you stop looking where he's looking, and start looking elsewhere, and you see right next to Grayson as he's looking, this little green creature floating behind him. And then he turns around to hear the noise, and it disappears.
Does it seem ghost-like in its movements?
Does it seem like more like a fairy?
Yeah, like tiny.
It's not translucent.
Term syllabi.
It's not translucent.
Okay. Does it have
So-
wings?
I think so.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like
It's
tiny
toying
bug
with you.
wings, Yeah.
We know you're there. Seems like you've got a vested interest in this place. We mean you no harm. We only wish to find our way through to Iki. We have very important business that pertains to the saving of the world.
Remind me who's out. You've got Zircon,
Zircon.
Charmander,
Mudkip's always on my shoulder.
Mudkip, and then
I've had the whole
Gene and
team,
Friggy.
essentially.
And Haunter.
Oh, yeah.
And what you were asked? You were just like, we're here.
Yeah, just saying like we mean you no harm, and we're just trying to make our way through to Iki. We have business with saving the world.
As you're looking out into the forest, trying to see it, it peers over the back of Grayson. And as you look back and you're like, maybe it's not here. And you look back to the group, you just catch sight of it, like on Grayson's other shoulder from Mudkip. And then it blinks away again.
It's a playful creature.
Maybe try.
I whatever lasting image is in my mind of its look, I'm gonna instantly begin sketching.
You just caught its head. It looks like an onion.
Mm-hmm. Have I heard of a Pokemon
I do
like
love
this
a
before?
shot.
History check.
Can I
Oof,
look
that's
for a berry bush
low.
somewhere nearby and try to offer it? Just hold it, my hand out like this, and see what happens.
Yeah, give me a perception check for some berries.
I rolled a 9.
Actually, you're in a
Doubt I've
forest.
heard
Just
of it.
roll me a d12.
Okay.
There's berries.
2.
Just gotta figure out what you can. Yeah. You've come across these before. You see some cherry berries.
Okay,
off
so
to the side.
I'll kind of pluck one and hold it out for the.
Find exactly one
Pokemon.
on this bush. So you pluck it and hold it out.
I'll kind of get low too, so I don't feel imposing.
As you pluck it off the bush, it pops out behind the berry. And it's like, "Boo!" And then instead of disappearing this time, it flies off in a direction and then disappears.
We just want to talk. You hungry? I'll hold the berry up higher. It's for you.
President, do you know what this thing is?
You rolled a what on your history?
A
check?
9.
A 9. Presnick does not know what
Teen?
this is.
No, 9.
Clever girl.
Ooh, can I use all the rolls that you guys have been saving up from our other D&D campaign?
Normally we use the rolls that have been rolled in this campaign. I don't know
Yeah.
if we have any.
We don't have any.
Oh, look at that.
I'm gonna-
Someone just rolled.
Oh, wow, so weird.
Oh no! Wow. Where's Brett when you need him?
Right. Yeah, I mean, while I have eyes on it, I'll just continue sketching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you're holding the berry out, and you ask, "Are you hungry?" You see it reappear again, and it's eating what looks to be like some ramen.
Did you get that?
And it just floats further down the path. Now it's like it feels a little more comfortable with you guys. Grayson, give me a history check.
He's trying so hard to get us to get this history check.
No, this is different. This is different.
10.
We'll never know.
That's Mudkip's leftovers that it's eating.
It's Ichiraku ramen, dude.
Is Mudkip still on my shoulder?
Mm-hmm.
I go. Hey, Mudkip.
Do I notice this?
That it's the ramen. Yeah, I would say it's reasonable. The DC
gonna-
was really low for the history check on
I'm
that.
gonna reach over to Grayson before he can get a word out and be like, maybe don't tell him Mudkip has a dark side. And we just made friends.
It's okay, buddy.
How's your day been, Mudkip?
Really looking forward to my ramen later.
Been thinking about it all day.
Where's my ramen?
Oh no, we have a situation, you guys. That's just pretty.
Ramen raged blood kip. Oh god.
So you guys following this thing? Because it is floating more
Northerly.
westwardly than north from where you guys were going.
I am interested enough to continue following, and I'm kind of glancing over at the others as I'm like continuing to sketch. Like,
Yeah, let's go. Come on, we know
Yeah.
you want to draw it.
We got Genji to add an extra day. We're at 4 days. Let's go.
Like he's gonna leave. He doesn't have enough supplies to get home.
He will absolutely leave us. I don't know why.
He was bluffing.
No.
He can't get that far.
we get back, and there's just like
I promise. He opens up his pack. He's got all his food. Fukin stole all the food.
I made sure he couldn't leave.
we get back, and all there are empty Vienna sausage
Del
cans
Monte's in
just
a bag.
floating.
So you guys are following the Celebi. Preston,
Oh.
go ahead and roll me another D4.
What are we following? No, I'm just-
Do what?
D4. The Celebi?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know what it is.
Yeah, you just confirmed it.
It was one of two things.
What was the other thing it could be?
I thought it might have been Mew at first.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
Two.
Two? Okay.
They're both legendary. I mean,
Yeah, fair.
it's pretty up there.
They're mythical.
That combination.
He's not wrong. So you guys are following this little forest fairy as it's munching on the ramen. You're not going to try to do anything about it. I'm just asking, like, because if not,
I'm
he will finish it
certainly
and you're out of leftovers for Mudkip. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay.
Taking one for the team.
Yeah. Grayson is
Test
like,
the limits of your diplomacy.
oh, no. The Celebi is assessing Mudkip right now. That's what I'm worried about.
Got the Pokeball on quick draw, just ready to.
Mudkip is its own
Come back!
entity.
Who rolled the last D100?
Me.
Alex, roll me another D100.
Ooh, okay. I don't get to roll many of these. Maybe I'll roll some for damage next time.
It produces 6 packs of ramen.
16.
Okay.
So low.
As you guys continue walking through, eventually you see another one of these beings float up, and it's got a little cup of juice.
We don't have any more leftovers, so he's... Is this juice familiar?
There's two of them now, to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
the
does
juice
the
blue?
juice
Just
look like?
Schloop.
It's your berry juice.
I'm okay with parting with that. We can always make more.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to.
But they are slowly robbing us.
You see Grayson cover Mudkip's ears. They're taking our stuff. What do we do?
Excuse me, friends. Where is it that you're going? Where are we going?
And then a third one appears, and there's three of them, and they're just playing with each other, and it kind of tries
Are they
to...
all the same color?
Yes.
Okay. Damn. They're playing with each other and what?
Give me an insight check, since you asked if they're all the same color. You're looking close.
Please have a good modifier for that.
I straight up thought I said 0, and I was like, how can you roll that?
Insight 12.
They are all the same color-ish. One of them looks a little more green, and the other one looks maybe a little more brown, almost like if you had left some lettuce out on the counter for a little while.
Are these your friends?
Does the brown one, is it floating as high as the other
Giggle
ones?
once
Yeah.
for yes, giggle twice for no.
Was that?
It's like the Pillsbury
So is that
Doughboy.
one?
Yeah. Yeah. If you continue to follow them, they're just floating along. Eventually, there's a few more that show up. They might even start getting in close to some of your Pokemon
We
and
do
like
not have enough food for this.
kind of playing with them. And I'm gonna say you guys walk for another
2 days.
few hours, maybe. Grayson, one last D100 roll.
You did say it's the last one. Maybe we're about to get the payoff.
Okay, so the brown one,
Or we all die.
That's right.
it doesn't seem like that it's weaker than any of the other ones, is it? As far as like how it's moving around, how it's like 14.
I thought that was good.
No.
Nope.
I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad, but you know.
Roll me an insight check to see how it's looking.
Roll for damage.
Insight or investigation, whichever one you prefer. I don't. They might be the same, but
They are the same. You sure? Oh, no, never mind. Let me not say that out loud. Natural 20.
Now-
22, yeah.
Now everyone roll 46 6 separate times.
Yeah. Double it. That's how much necrotic damage you all take.
No, those are each of your new stats.
re-roll your character. Yeah. The as more come in, you gather that they're all different ages. Like, at first you think they're different Pokemon, but then you notice that most of them have a little, like, scar under one eye. Not anything painful looking, but just something that had happened and is now healed.
Yeah.
And then it gleams on you that they're all the same, but different? But how can that work? And then just as you ask these questions to yourself, you come across just the thing that you were looking for, a shrine.
What is the shrine of?
It's just a little hut in the middle of the forest with some words that have long been worn away
Would I recognize
on a
anything
little
like
sign.
this? Do they have these in various places?
Give me a history check.
Some-
With
some-
advantage, because this is about Dento stuff.
Natural 20 for 21.
Wow, you guys are
Hell yeah.
bombing all those
Lord
natural
dump me,
20s.
Sam.
Yes, when Grayson was asking about shrines and things, you were singularly focused, and after the day that you had, the previous day, not really thinking. But upon seeing the shrine, it clicks and you remember that they call this the Twin Forest. And there are two shrines. There's one here in the Dento, and there's one in Matsuri in the other forest. That is its twin. And it is they're shrines to the spirits that protect the forest.
Okay, so I'll go in and I'll say we're at one of the two shrines of the Twin Forests. There's a sister shrine to it in Mayando. It's dedicated to the spirits that protect the forest.
Are these the spirits? Are these them?
I've never met them. I don't know.
I am going to rip out a page of my notebook and take some of my sketching lead and begin like charcoaling what's left of the tablet
It's a wooden sign.
or the wooden sign. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll quietly enter the hut. I'll take out the cherry berry that I tried to.
I'll say it's not human sized to enter. It's more of like
One of
something
these little
that you
ones.
can like put something
Okay.
on like a little altar that's in it. Yeah.
So I'll offer the cherry berry. I'll put a couple coins. I'll see if there's some incense sticks I can light,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll just do the traditional prayer of the.
Yeah.
People.
There's no sticks that you can light, but you said you had like a little incense seance, and I don't think that's out of the realm of something you would have on your person, and there are holders for it,
Yeah.
so you can light some incense and begin paying homage to these forest guardians. As one of them floats down into the shrine and picks up the little berry and begins to nibble on it. And as it does, the rest of them slowly disappear until it's just the one that's in the shrine left.
I'll kind of give a solemn bow to it. I think you were right.
Is this your home? Is this where you live? Thank you for taking us here.
We ask that you grant us safe passage through to the next town.
Give me a Pokemon handling check.
Don't let it be me.
With advantage. I mean, you're friendly with this thing.
Are
10.
10.
you a spirit of this forest?
It doesn't seem to register what you like safe passage to a town. It just is like, you said words, okay, and then it moved on with your 10 Pokemon handling. It's not threatened, but it just doesn't quite understand.
And that's
what
more
you're
was
saying.
the point of the prayer, I guess. It's
Yeah.
just like, I would know it's customary to treat
Pay
the
homage.
forest with
Yeah.
respect while you pass through.
No, yeah, definitely.
You
And
said
what did you ask?
I asked if it was a spirit of this forest.
Yeah, it's like, and then it floats to the ground, and you see like flowers begin to bloom, and it goes over to a bush, and a couple oranberries pop up on it, like magic, like growing from nothing.
Are they extra big?
No, they're just normal oranberries.
Okay. I was going to let Shuckle make some magic juice.
And you were about to say something.
Did you say there's another shrine near...
Mando.
I'm sorry, did I say Mando? I meant Matsuri, in the Matsuri clan
Matsuri.
side, near Tsunagari.
Somewhere I've never been, nor am I allowed to go. But
Do
on my list.
you know of another place like this? Another place somewhere else?
Give me a performance check. Or I'm a little.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. That's cool.
Performance or Pokemon handling. I'll let you decide on how you would like to try to convey it to.
I have worse performance, but I'm honestly going to
Okay.
roll for that just because I like the flavor of it. 11.
You point to the shrine and you're like, another this a second in a different place.
Exactly how I would have done it.
and then it flies forward, and an arch of like flowers and things begin to grow in this like path forward as it kind of stands 30-40 feet out, and it's like
Is
beckoning you forward.
Warpo Kenji.
Okay, so not that I don't trust this thing, but just to run a couple things by everybody real quick. Okay. First things first, Presnick. I think all of those were one of those Pokemon. I think they were all the same one. I don't know how that's possible, but I think they were all the same. B.
how is that possible?
Don't know. Don't know. Just relaying information to you. B.
B?
B.
1 and B.
And then a Beedrill shows
Yeah,
up.
exactly. We were informed. We found out that the Shade was specifically targeting the spirits of Icky, and that they were weakened. So who's to say that this Pokemon isn't one of those weakened spirits?
Doesn't seem very weak to me.
No, me neither, but
This could be...
we don't know
I mean,
what it...
weak by what standards? If this is a spirit
Yes,
of the
that's-
forest, it could be...
True, after the week I had, I don't really have the right to comment.
You can shoot lightning from your hand now.
That's
That
pretty cool.
comment, Grayson, warrants you the last D100 roll.
Uh-oh. Secret last D100
Yeah.
roll.
Secret tunnel!
That level of insight and callback to previous things.
Bro, you just unlocked the secret roll.
96.
Ooh.
The opposite of my last roll.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you?
That's a 100 in my book.
Can I tell you? to make this happen, you needed 96 or higher.
Really?
95 or lower, you guys already figured out everything that's 95 or lower on the D100s.
I'm gonna pee myself. Yeah,
You
tell me
see-
the stuff.
Are you here, Mugen, as you're saying your final regards near the shrine? And Grayson, you're trying to explain this to them, and you're looking behind Mugen. You catch something out of the corner of your eye behind the shrine. And as you step to investigate it further, you see a completely wilted one of these things. Unconscious. Dead, maybe.
Does it have a scar under its eye?
Yep.
I'll call Presnick and Mugen over to actually like come handle it. Whenever they get close to me, yeah, I'm not. I don't know if we should follow. I don't know if we should follow that one.
Why?
Because this is that one.
Okay.
That's when I'll point out the scar under its eye.
Is
And
it
on the
not
other one.
potentially taking us to the sister shrine in
I think
Mitsuji?
that's what it's doing.
Right, but why would it want to do that?
Because we asked.
We've been nice to them.
Oh, and we've been nice to many people before. That does not always reciprocate.
What's your misgiving about the spirit of the forest?
I cannot lie to you. I am very biased. I want to know where this leads.
The only concern I have is what if we can't get back?
I do know we need to get to Breakaway Beach as soon as possible. And I do know that Mitsuji is as close as we can get to our destination.
So maybe we leave him behind.
Oh, Sunagari's where they are? Oh, I see. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay, got it.
I mean, worst case scenario.
I knew it was in Mitsuji specifically, the sister forest.
No, so it's
No,
it's this twin forest is Tsunagari, but that would be kind of on the way to Mitsuji, which is where the port town is.
Got it.
I see.
So let me go back
Yeah.
to the map.
Oh, I
Send me
see.
that
So-
real quick, Alan.
I
Twin
see.
forest here, Tsunagari.
I'll put it in the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this is Mitsuji,
Okay.
is the port town.
Well then,
Okay, my bad. So I've seen the map of this place already because of that one time.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
And Kenji just showed you another one
Oh yeah,
not that
that's
long
true.
ago.
Okay, so it would put us closer to where we're trying to go, but we would be leaving Kinji.
it is a change of plan, so I'm okay with it, but we at least owe it to him when we see him again to explain what happened.
So you're saying we just abandon Kinji? You know what? Honestly, greatest idea you've had, Mugen. Let's go.
He's a survivor. He can handle himself.
As you guys are having this conversation around the dead
No, it's not.
being,
Don't say that.
the other one that was beckoning you through the flowered archway floats back over and sees this and gets a look of like worry and shock.
What happened?
A little confusion and is like slowly floating away and is just like in disbelief.
Can I
gonna
check to see if this Pokemon's truly dead?
Yeah,
I'm
medicine
gonna,
check.
Yeah, I'm gonna scoop it up too.
You can do it with advantage if you're also trying to.
Yeah.
Here, Mudkip, a replacement for your leftovers.
Oh God!
That's gonna be good.
First off, can we eat calf pints and then also?
That's,
8.
okay, first of all, that's
I
actually
know.
not what I was saying about the calf bites.
What'd you get?
18.
It's 18. Yeah. It's a grass thing. I mean, like, you know how to treat wounds in the battlefield, and most of the partners of the ninja are normal type or water type given the location.
They're not plant-based.
Yeah, but grass though, you're very
of water.
you're very unfamiliar, and it's like
Could I just have like?
It's not breathing, but you're also not sure if the other one is breathing because you've never, so it's like.
Could I have Gene like try and put water, like a little bubble or something?
Yeah,
like
to try to
triage bubble.
Yeah.
Suspend him in water.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a medicine check from Gene.
Oh God, my worse.
I don't know if if they have actually skills are listed out like that on theirs.
They do.
They do. Sweet.
His medicine's better than mine. Oh, dirty 20.
Yes. Go, Gene.
So seeing you like
I'm a fucking frog.
reach for like a pulse, and
It's
you're
like a
like,
surgeon.
and you're thinking, do plants even have a pulse? Mugen or Gene, seeing the confusion on your face, steps up and kind of moves your hand aside as he forms this water bubble and places it on top. As this. It looks scared, but it's too weak to move.
I'm going to look up at the younger Celebi and say, is this you?
It floats in, and as it makes contact with it, I need you all to give me a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Well, I'm a nerd, so
Yeah.
And we'll do this too. Like whatever Pokemon's
that's
out,
about as good as I can hope
whatever
for.
Pokemon's out on your team, you can pick the highest con mod of anything that's out.
Oh, great.
You don't have to roll for them. Just that roll with the highest con mod.
I see.
A team check.
They're both -1.
10.
3, 10, and what?
6.
6. Okay. Wow. So as they touch,
Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling?
Lavender self-destructs.
as they make contact with each other, you don't see your teams are with you, but you don't see your friends near you anymore, and all the trees are dead.
Like each of us individually, or
Yes, you're with your teams. I'm not gonna like.
All the trees are dead?
All the trees are dead.
Dead house, scorched.
You are holding the Celebi. You are with the Celebi still by the shrine. You two are somewhere else. You don't
Hello?
see them, and they don't see each other.
President?
Is this where... Is this how you... And I look down at the injured one. Is this how you see the world?
Hello. sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Yeah. You two both go ahead and give me like, I'll let you do nature, survival, or perception.
Oh, sorry, that was a dick move.
Nature, survival, or perception, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to just like find someone else, see someone else, or figure out your way back to where you came from. And you asked, "Is this how you see the world?" And it points up in the sky, and it's darkness. Billions, thousands of red eyes flood the sky.
Is my team with me?
Mm-hmm. Gene is still there, Haunter's still out, and so is Friggy.
Haunter.
All next to you.
I need your help.
Nothing.
Sorry. And I'll hold out the Celebi. It just so happens that I have one. A water bottle that's fitting, but I'll hold out the Celebi and I'll just say, I think we need to help him like we helped you. Can you use your... whatever this is?
Haunter, you want him to use his Into the Light?
Yeah, just because like we're definitely picking up shade vibes, right? So I'm like, we freed you from these chains. I think we have to free the others now too.
Yeah, Haunter will use
Into the light.
Into the Light. But
Is there a way to make
We
it
gotta find that sand bitch.
there's no change. There's no
non-damaging or whatever?
so that damages whatever would be it's like clap back on whatever's trying to control.
Oh,
If it's not worded clearly, but it's clapped back on whatever's trying to control the thing.
Is it bonus?
So like in the shade example, if you're breaking something from the shade and it succeeds in breaking its control with the bonus that's given by that, then the 2d8 damage would go to is it 2d8 I think?
Yeah.
That would go towards the shade.
Okay. So the Celebi has to make a charisma save?
If it's charmed, it would
Okay.
make the charisma save and add +6 on top
okay,
of
I
whatever it
see.
already
We're
adds.
kind of like playing
You're giving it
fast and
yeah,
loose
you're
with
giving
it
it benefit to like you're helping it break the charmed condition
Okay,
basically.
okay.
But it's not charmed, so
Oh.
it doesn't do anything. And then what did you guys roll on your checks?
8 nature checks, specifically trying to see exactly what happened to these trees. You mentioned they're dead. I just want to know.
Yeah. Life drained. You can see clearly. You can see Iki through the trees. Ruins. And it looks to have been this way for some time now. And what did you roll
I rolled a 9.
on what kind of check? Nature, survival, or perception? Perception would be to try to find someone else. Survival would be to try to find your way back. Nature would be something like what Alex did to try to see like what's going on here.
No, I think I would perception.
Okay, 9 total.
Yeah, not that I'm trying to find someone necessarily. But I guess grasping. I guess just like trying to perceive like the new environment that I'm in. Like, yeah.
I would say you are in, if not right by Iki proper, and there's a building nearby. Maybe there's people in there, but you don't really glean much else other than what's been said
It's like
already about
rubble.
the surroundings. The building's standing, but the buildings here are made in trees and made out of the surrounding life.
Right,
So
it's
like,
decayed.
yeah.
Okay. I'll start going to that building.
Okay. As you make your way towards the building and try to push your way in, the door opens a crack, and then you feel resistance. It's braced against something on the inside.
Like it feels like it's braced against an object, not like a person. Like there's not like
There's
not like unequal pressure being.
Would you
No, yeah.
qualify a dead body on the other side of the door as a person
squishy
or an
pressure
object?
or
Or is it like solid pressure?
I would say it clunks. Like there's like somebody put like a dresser in front of the door or something.
As it clunks out. Hello?
Okay. Anybody else doing anything before we move forward with this?
Yeah, literally. The grudge pops out.
Aside from realizing exactly what is likely happened and the fact that this is a dark version of the future, Presnick is calling out, I want to go back. I'm done here. I would like to be home now. Please, thank you. I can help prevent all of this. Send me back.
Perception check.
Nine.
It's not hard to hear things. And I'll leave it up to you how you decide, because that's right on the cusp of the perception check needed. I was thinking 10. It's close. You might hear it if you're deep in thought. You might not hear it. Depends on how Mugen. If you're trying to find them or not. If you're trying to find them, it lowers the DC. If you were just passively, then I would say you're not going to hear them.
I don't think I did because I assume this is like some real fucking spiritual shit right here, and it's very connected to this Celebi, so I'm trying to help him.
Yeah, fair. No one answers your call then, Presnick. And as we
I hear in the back of my mind real fucking spiritual shit, and I write that down. I'm like, oh, this is exactly the terminology I was looking for. Write that down. Write that down.
So as you're tending to the Celebes.
Yeah, I'm trying to help him heal, I guess. Or maybe I'm trying to disperse what I assume is the shade in the sky. However I can. Have Haunter be super radiant or something.
Haunter cast.
As you're trying to cure the Celebi or fight off the shade in some way, the eyes in the sky train on you. And smoke begins to descend at a rapid pace from the sky towards you. And the injured Celebi that you've brought back to life looks scared, looks at the other one, and uses all of its strength to fly into the smoke. Gone.
Into the smoke?
Into the smoke that's
I'll
coming
chase
down.
after it.
It's flying up.
Okay, I'll have Friggy fly up and see if he can just tail it.
Okay.
So I can understand what's going on.
It makes it into the smoke, and as it does, this light bursts and leaves fall, but the smoke is dispersed.
And the injured Celebi's gone.
The leaves are the same color that the Celebi was.
What does the forest look like now?
Same. As the other Celebi looks around and starts tugging at you and is like,
Don't worry. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. Where?
The Celebi's like,
I'll start-
that was literally me.
I'll start following.
Fucking liar.
He chose to blow up.
Fucking
Okay,
me, actually.
he fucking flew over there. Okay.
it begins to lead you northeastwardly. As you say hello, you hear a voice. Hello? Hello?
Who are you? Are you okay?
Who are you? And you're. How are you surviving out there? You must get inside now, quickly. As the door opens wider, and you see before you Samuel Oak without a leg. His right leg, to be specific.
It's a far cry from the treehouse.
Okay, is it dark inside, or is there some kind of like ambient light lighting up the inside of the room?
The only light coming in is through any like holes in the building, as well as through the door that's now open.
Okay, great. I'll go inside. I'll rush inside.
Hey, Shusty's like, where'd you come from?
What is going on?
Wait, actually, let's see. Yeah. But I know you. I've
Right.
met.
Yes, we met on the road one time. Yes, and now I'm here for some reason, and I don't know how. So I need you to explain to me what happened. How do I get back, and how do I help fix this? Something's wrong. You get
What do you mean get back? Well, back to where? Back to the settlements?
No, to before Icky looked like this. Before Icky was Icky, it was Icky. You know, regular Icky. So I need to get back to Icky.
Wait,
Bars.
I'm sorry. I don't.
Okay.
You're
so
making no sense.
Great.
You're in Iki right now.
I'm well aware of that, unfortunately. So, look, I'm going to just break this down to you. So, we were walking through the forest. We found this onion-looking thing, right? It could fly. There were a bunch of them. Figured out they were all the same one. Don't know what it was. It was a Pokemon. Can tell you that much. We found a really injured one behind the shrine.
The Forest Guardian.
Sure. We found a really injured one. Like, I mean, so injured it was like brown, like wilted lettuce from, you know, what I've been told. And we found it, we picked it up, we started to heal what we thought was healing it. And then the younger version touched the older version. And then I was here, over there. I was over there. Here, over there.
And where were you? you were just in the forest walking around in this before?
No. Well, before the forest was this forest, when it was the old forest.
Are you? Let's see how well he comprehends this, and give me a persuasion check.
Oh, good. Okay. 6.
Okay, luckily I was looking for a combined between your two rolls to be 20, and he rolled 15. So
Thank God.
That's an interesting way to do it. I like
because
that.
he's trying
Yeah,
to meet
you're
it.
trying to meet in the
He's
middle.
trying to meet it.
It's
So
literally
Yeah.
one of my +4 stats.
oh god.
So what you're saying is it was impossible for you to fail.
Yeah, it was impossible for you to fail, but
Based off of
still,
his roll,
still
yeah.
almost did it. So, so he goes. So wait, are you saying that you time traveled?
No, you are saying that right now. That is a very plausible. You see Grayson's brain.
This
like,
forest has
break
been
for a
this
second.
way for 3 weeks.
What happened 3 weeks ago?
The end of the world. A great shadow, the thing in the sky,
Okay.
it covered everything. The gods flew and tried to stop it, and it couldn't. They
The gods. What?
the rain god, the sun god, they came down from the glistening peak and were met with what I can only assume is death.
How are you still here then?
I would imagine there are a few others who still live. But I barely made it inside thanks to my grandfather.
Your grandfather, you say?
He's a professor by chance. So,
I'm
I-
Oh, hello there.
So, okay, so 3 weeks ago, the shade enveloped the sky somehow. How did it do that? It would have had... And you see now that he's starting to get this new information, Grayson's starting to kind of...
If you did indeed time
Spiral.
travel, I wonder if it might... First, we should get you back, but it might help you understand where we are here. I first met you 2 months ago.
Right, when we were on the road.
Yes.
Okay,
And the end of the world was
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, and you come from some time between then, because you recognize me, correct?
Right, yes. Yes, you were the researcher studying, Yes, we made it, yeah.
So you
So-
might be able to stop this.
But that means, so okay, the world ended 3 weeks ago. That's about a month and a half in between. We've been journeying for at least probably 2 weeks.
Since you met him, a week to a week and a half.
Yeah, okay. You said get back. How would we...
Well, how did you get here?
How would
You
we-
said these creatures touched? I don't know what that
yes,
means.
the two... One
The
was...
spirit, the forest guardians. Yeah.
Right,
I
again.
hope we don't need him to touch again.
Right, that's... That's the moniker you keep giving it, the Spirit Guardian. I don't know what it was. I know it was a Pokemon, apparently. Although I don't know what Pokemon and human are anymore now that that's happening. That's a whole other story.
What? With Pokemon and human?
We'll talk about that later.
When your legs not
Where's the nearest... That doesn't matter. Who are the nearest... Where's the nearest person, settlement, alive, Pokemon?
I haven't dared venture outside.
What happens when you go outside? I was just outside for a couple minutes and did not have any issues.
We don't. I don't go outside.
So you're telling me you just secluded yourself since all this happened a couple weeks ago in this building?
Yes, I patched up my leg and I haven't left.
So you haven't tried to solve this?
I mean, it destroyed my grandfather. How can we stop it? How can you fight back something that kills you the minute it sees you?
I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. And Grayson goes to walk back outside.
No, you can't go out.
We can go outside. Come on.
No, it'll kill you.
How will it kill me?
I
was just outside.
The same way it didn't notice you. I don't know. You and we'll pick up with this in a second as we get back to you being led. You being led through the forest as you hear.
Puny.
I want to go back. Is anyone? Hello.
Oh my God! I'd like to go back now, President. Please, Mugen.
Are you there?
I'm somewhere.
Walk towards the sound of my voice.
Keep talking.
Oh, right, I should keep talking.
Keep talking.
Yeah, we're here. Hello.
Do I eventually catch sight of
you
him?
guys meet up, and Celebi's doing its best to be like, shut the fuck up. Stop yelling.
You have to be really quiet.
Probably not good. What we were just doing now.
Yeah,
then.
no. Look up in the sky.
Oh,
It wants to eat us.
I thought the trees were bad.
Yeah.
Any sign of Grayson?
None yet.
Probably
Celebi
long
starts
gone.
pulling you guys towards Iki.
Okay. He wants to go. We should go.
Lead the way.
As you guys start walking, you go to step outside. Samuel's gonna try to stop you. Unless, I mean, it sound like you're about to say something.
What are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
Was the sky the same way? Like where I am, the sky's the same way? Like black with the
black
eyes
with
and
all the
everything?
red eyes, yeah.
Okay.
Streaking through the sky.
I'm gonna shrug him off and keep walking outside.
Okay. Contested strength. He has disadvantage because he has no leg.
That's what we call plot armor.
What'd you roll, Sam?
10.
5.
Oh,
He takes his makeshift crutch and he shoves it through the handle of the door, and he's like, "You shouldn't. You can't. It's gonna get you too. I can't be left alone again. You can't go."
So let me get this straight. The end of the world happened 3 weeks ago. You're the only one left that you know of. And you've just been sitting here, not doing anything, not trying to figure anything out. I am not staying here. If I can stop this from happening, that's what I'm going to do. And I'll have Mud hit him in the face with a water gun.
Okay, roll to hit with Mudkip.
roll to waterboard
Yeah.
a defenseless man.
You see Mudkip's eyes just go black.
That's kind of cocked, but
And while you're at it,
Sweet blood.
well, I'll answer this after. Well, what is it?
4.
This dude, maybe he's just extra nimble, extra ready for this attack. He's seen some shit.
He's been through the end of the world.
It's been a rough 3 weeks.
Yeah.
He ducks out of the way and punches you to like knock you down to your knees,
Yeah.
and is like, "I'm sorry, but you can't leave. You can't leave." And give me a persuasion check. I know, like,
No, you good.
you also tried to attack him, but to see how your words fell on him with all of that.
Natural 2024.
There it is. Oh, that's what he needed.
I'm sorry. You can't leave. What if it gets you? What if you?
Then
What
it
if-
gets me, just like it got everyone else. But guess what? It's not going to get me.
But it got him. How can you be so sure?
I can't be. That's part of what living this life is. And like I said, if this is the future and I can stop it, then I'm going to.
Okay. Okay, and he pulls his crutch out of the door.
And as he does that, I go, thank you. Now, I have 2 other friends that I'm assuming are somewhere here. So I'd like to try to find them. Would you like to come?
How can I help? I would just be making a lot of noise and he might see us.
Well, as of right now, you know this place better than any of us, even if we find my friends. So, I would like you along for the assistance. And, that being said, if something does come for you, I will protect you.
Oh, okay. And he'll follow you out of the door.
Sweet. Whenever we walk outside the door, I'm gonna have Charmander Ember straight up into the air.
As you command Charmander to do this,
This kid's drama
Sa-
is
Sa-
so much worse.
Samuel's gonna say, "Oh no! We should try to find them, not try to be found by everything." And he points up to the stuff in the sky.
And now, yeah, this is probably the first time Grayson has looked up in the sky, and he's like, "Oh wow, that's a bit of an issue. Okay, no wonder you say everything's watching us."
Where were your friends last you saw them, Aziz?
We were all around.
Pissing himself.
We were all around the shrine. I'm assuming dedicated to the forest guardian.
I know where the shrine is. It's southwest. We can go that way.
Well then, let's not waste our time. And then
Oh, okay. As he hurriedly
Kresnik
begins
is
to-
calling for Grayson, but he's Grayson.
You know he can't hear that, right?
Yeah, but neither can they.
It's worth noting, Celebi is leading you guys
Toward Iki.
based on if the shrine's in the same location in this time as it is in the past.
Yeah.
Towards Iki, yes, from where you guys came from. You would be fair, especially with the trees being wilted and down. You might even be able to see the town in the distance. Yeah, I think you could see that. So you guys can see the town in the distance. You guys are walking that direction.
as we're walking, I'll be like, "So I get the whole like it's watching thing. Does it hear too? Is it just sight? Like, if I start hollering for my friends, are you going to hit me again?"
Yes, and probably run.
All right, then we're on the same page. And you just hear, "Presnick, Mugen, Grayson." Yeah.
Eventually, you two are on a similar path. You do meet up, and you go, "There are others, and the forest spirit is alive."
Yes, only just. The other one, is gone.
The wounded one.
Yeah.
What happened?
The eyes found us. And a great pillar of smoke started to come down from the sky. And the spirit ran toward it and exploded into a bunch of leaves. And the smoke dissipated.
We have to get inside. We can't stay out here.
I look to the forest spirit. Can you get us out of here? Can you get us back? We might be able to keep all this from happening.
And it looks back where you guys came from. And it kind of looks up to the sky and it's like... And it starts kind of tugging you guys that way. And Sam is like, "No, not into the forest. We have to get inside."
Presumably, if you go back there without us, and we prevent this all from happening, this may never happen, so you're perfectly fine to do whatever you'd like to do. But we're going where this spirit leads us. It knows the way back.
Oh, please, I don't want to be alone anymore.
Sam, let me be blunt with you. Do you want to go into the house and stay there forever until you eventually starve or die alone. Or you come with us, with the Celebi, the Spirit Guardian.
Forest Guardian.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Spirit Guardian.
I almost said it a few times myself. That's why.
I didn't catch that.
Was your favorite turn of phrase for a while?
Yeah.
Or you come with us and have some semblance of getting out of here, or we all die, like you will anyway.
Grayson, he comes with us. What if, like, you know, like, if a butterfly dies in the future, what if we bring him back in the other Sam? What if there is no other Sam?
I am no expert on time travel, but if we bring a future Sam back into the past, I don't think the past Sam would be affected, because we're going from the future to the past, not from the past to the future.
Would future Sam no longer exist?
That is not an issue. That is
Try
an
not
issue.
to say it where he can hear it.
Honestly, that's kind of an issue for the Forest Guardian to figure out. We may just need his help.
Oh. I kind of look at his wooden leg like, do we?
Yes.
Oh, there is no leg.
There's no leg.
No.
There is no leg.
My man
he's on a
hopping.
crutch. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you sure? Okay, look, if we stay here any longer, for some reason we can get out of here, he's the only one that knows anything about what is going on here.
Oh, yeah, we'll just give him a new identity.
We can hit Bernie's.
He's
Yeah.
like, and
Be like old man Sam. You know?
with your previous perception check, and again the fact that this kid's been alone for 3 weeks with no human interaction, and the first people he's seen, I'll come with. I just don't want to be alone anymore.
I place my hand on his shoulder and I say, "You're not going to be alone anymore. We will protect you."
Thank you. If I had to guess, also, my apologies, I was keeping this from you, but since we're all going in the same direction now, and it seems clear that you don't want to go back inside, the shrine is said to be a place of power for the Forest Guardian, and that might be why it's trying to get back there.
Then we should go.
And you should come with us.
Quietly.
Agreed. Stealth checks.
I'll look over at Mugen and be like, "You're so much better at that than I am."
And again, similarly, you can take whatever the highest of whoever's out right now.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Can I take mine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yours or your Pokemon, whoever's out.
The one
11.
that's out right now.
12.
Of your team, like a team check. So whoever's the highest.
Man, I wish I had Diglett right now. 13.
13 and 12. And then 9, you said, Alex?
11.
Oh, 11. Okay.
Pull yourself together.
As might be expected, the one without a leg is making the most noise as you guys traverse through this forest. Luckily, everything's dead, so there's not much to trip over. There's not a lot of grass or anything. But there is like a as his wooden crutch that he's created is
I kind of wince
Creaking
every time
through.
he like creaks. Oh,
through
that's
the forest.
can't be good.
As does he. He is. It is not lost on him on how loud he is being, but he's trying to keep up. You guys make it a decent ways into the forest, and then the eyes turn towards you. You can see the shrine, probably 200 feet out. And the smoke begins to pillar down. Guys, it's coming.
Time to go. Time to go. Let's
I'm gonna
go.
interpose and I'll say, "Go." I'll hold him off, and me and Honor step out, and I'm gonna freaking like begin to Chidori and run at this pillar of smoke.
What is gonna get you?
Samuel, shut up and run.
Okay, and he's running with you guys. I'm gonna need you to make me whatever attack roll. If it's you and Haunter, you each get one, or even a turn if you want to do the shocking grasp through Haunter and.
So we're about 200 feet.
Do I have that ability on my?
You don't. I that's not something I can add on my end, but it is the shocking grasp spell.
Okay.
Which is you would roll. So for Haunter, if you're channeling it through Haunter, it would be his plus to hit. So whatever he has for Shadow Punch, it's that same plus to hit. If it's you, it's your whatever you would want to be your spellcasting modifier. It's not something that I could ask you beforehand without giving anything away.
Yeah, it would probably be either int or wisdom. Honestly, they're the same.
Okay.
But I think we're gonna channel it for the first one. We both get attack.
So it would be his bonus action to do it.
Oh.
And that uses it's your
My
action, and his bonus action. And
so
then
he'll get another action.
He still has his action
so we'll
left.
Try that. That's a 9 to hit.
It's an amorphous smoke blob. I'm giving it the same AC as the ghastly cloud you guys fought. So that hits.
Oh, okay. What's the damage die on that? Do we know?
It's a D8 for Shock and Grasp, but because Haunter, and again, this is stuff I'll give you afterwards.
Okay.
Haunter and Jean, they're evolved. It's 2d8 if you're channeling it through them.
Yeah. 5 lightning damage.
Okay. It hits.
Beauty.
Yeah, and some of them disperse as it gets closer to Haunter.
And then I'll also have him do... Is there a way to flavor into the light on this? To try and have him, like, do some radiant damage to this thing, or...
Like solar, what is the Dragon Ball Z?
Solar flare.
Solar flare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Haunter shocking grasps as he flies up, and as the smoke kind of pauses in front of him and begins to disperse around him to get as much area of effect, he Haunter, and the light shines out from within him.
Expecto
And I'm gonna
Patronum.
Dude, that's exactly what's happening.
I'm gonna roll
A stag.
3 charisma saves for like the group.
Oh, fuck. All right.
We need 2, and then the whole group. If one fails, it's okay. Okay, one was a 2.
Yeah, I'll fail.
One was a 2 on the dice. The other 2 were 12s. What's the plus that they get again?
For which?
For the light, they get to add something that's your plus.
+6.
Okay, and they have a +1, so that's +7 total. So they all break their charisma save, and you can roll the radiant damage. I'll say 2 of them saved. You can roll it twice.
17 on the first one.
Okay.
9 on the second.
Yeah, the pillar has completely receded.
Okay. I'll then signal him to retreat, and we will regroup as fast as possible and just keep going.
As you start running back, more smoke clouds begin to form and are chasing after you. But there's 10, 15, 20, 30 smoke clouds all
Guys,
coming down after you.
We have to go now! I'm like running at full speed towards the Celebi, like, do whatever it is you need to do!
As you guys get closer to the shrine, closer and closer, I need dex saves from everybody. And again, Samuel's...
check?
Yep. Samuel's gonna be... Oh, damn.
Oh,
Disadvantage, but he got a... Oh, damn, it's disadvantage, though.
That's better.
Oof.
I guarantee you didn't do worse than Samuel.
Do you say advantage?
No, he has disadvantage.
He has
Because he
disadvantage.
missing
But it's a group check, so you can use whatever
dex.
that's out, yeah.
That's an 18 for Team Ninja.
That's a 9 for me. Shall I roll for Grayson?
Yeah, go ahead. I can double check what his highest is real quick.
there.
Okay. Well, I rolled well for him. It's a 19 plus whatever.
He has a +1, so
Okay.
that's a dirty 20 for him.
Hey, I rolled you a dirty 20.
And what'd you get, Bresnik? Alex?
9.
9. Okay. You start running. The smoke, much like that scene in Harry Potter where all of the Death Eaters are coming, you see them at your sides as you're running. They're closing in, pincering you. It doesn't look like you're gonna make it. It doesn't look like Samuel's gonna make it.
Hello, have you seen that one over there? That person, they're running on the other side over there too. They're much closer.
As Samuel starts to lag behind, I was gonna flavor that you tried to help him, and that's why you're also a little far behind. But if you're trying to throw him under the bus,
I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm trying to point them in a
someone else.
Just
Okay, I thought you were like, look at that one with the crutch. Go get him.
He just pushes them over.
Yeah.
pack tactics. baby.
You're trying to help him, seeing him fall behind. As he stops and he pushes you off of him, and he reaches to his belt for a Pokeball, and he's like, my time is up. You have to get back and stop this. And he throws a Pokeball down as a Charizard stands in front. He goes, go! Charizard, use overheat! And he's telling you guys to run.
You had that the whole time?
Charmander, look what you're gonna be one day.
As the smoke begins to envelop him in Charizard, you see fire shooting out and all through the smoke. This ball of heat immense and shoot it off, and Samuel's on the ground, an arm limp and blood dripping down his left side, but he's got his crutch and he's still holding himself up on the other side. He's like, Charizard, behind you! No, over there! And he's like doing his best to hold him off and give you guys enough time. You guys just make it to the shrine. What do you do?
I holler at
Grab
Sam.
it like a portkey.
Yeah, literally.
My boy!
I holler at Sam and I go, don't worry, I'll find you on the other side.
Just stop this! As he's fully enveloped, it all goes white. You're back. I didn't time it well with the music, but you're back in the
main forest.
The
regular forest,
forest.
back where you were. Trees are green.
Brown Celebi's
Can we
gone still.
Brown Celebi's gone still.
Can we tell how much time's passed in the day?
Give me a nature check. Or survival.
Or if it's even the same
It's
day?
the same day, yeah.
Same day, I'm going to say that's going to be impossible to tell without a person.
Yeah.
11 for a survival check.
For survival. Hard to tell through the trees. You also didn't take good note of it before you left because you didn't know you were
True.
leaving.
Yeah. That's fine then.
But you would gather you should still be able to make it to Iki before the end of the day, if it is the same day.
Are the flowers and oranberries on the ground from where that Celebi grew them earlier?
Yes, everything is exactly as you left it.
Is the Celebi still here?
Celebi is still there,
Not the brown one.
not the brown.
No,
one.
the normal one.
yeah.
Forest Guardian.
Thank you for bringing us back.
And thank you for showing us what is to come.
He didn't mean to do that.
I believe we were fated to meet, if only to give us some idea of the stakes. We will stop this.
But you must protect yourself.
As it just floats back and disappears into the forest. Just like 1,000-yard stare as it does too. It's like, I don't know what I just saw. I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, let me look at the incense sticks.
Okay, yeah. I would say roll me another survival check.
Okay. Oh, that's a 14.
Yeah. No, you can tell that it is... You guys would have left and likely come back maybe 30 minutes later at
Okay.
most, if
Oh, so-
not the exact same time. It's
So
hard to
some of them
pinpoint.
may still burn, or at least not be cold.
Yeah, they you had started burning them. They hadn't finished when you left, and they are still burning. So
It looks like not much time has gone by.
Good, okay.
We don't have any to spare.
None.
That was beyond even my own imaginings of what the end might be.
Okay, and
However, though, I think our plan to go through a portal is now forfeit.
Seems that way. But at least now we know.
We have to get to Breakaway.
we have to hurry too.
Why?
Because Sam said that the world ended 3 weeks before we arrived there. And we met him 2 months ago.
We met him
But when did we actually?
In this
2
now-
months ago
in this
at
now-
the previous time.
in the future timeline,
We
2
had
months
met him
ago
2
you
months
met him.
ago.
Oh, well.
And then
right, my
3
bad.
In
weeks
this
ago, the world
timeline,
ended.
Yeah.
we'd met him
Like
about a week
and a
ago.
half ago.
Yeah, I'll
So we have like 6 weeks.
reiterate all that. Yeah.
Let's call it a month to be safe.
Do I know relative distance if we can get to breakaway in that time? If it'll take longer than a month to do a full circle?
Based on your previous nature and survival checks, to get to breakaway, yeah. To get back,
How long did it say Kenji was gonna take us to get like around?
he didn't say.
Well, it only took us a few days to get from Yasai to here. I'd imagine the travel would be maybe a bit more strenuous.
a week.
I think we might be pushing it though. We don't have any time to waste.
We can't walk there.
We need to get to Iki now and resupply as quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
Back onto plan A.
Yeah.
On the dusty trail again.
To Iki. While it is not Iki.
I want to stop for a second before we move on and just ask you two, are you okay?
I'm fine. I have all my limbs.
We've been through in the last 3 days. It's enough to shake anyone's mind, and I just want to check in with this group before we move forward. Because we're going to need everybody on their best.
Mm-hmm.
You start to notice yourself slip between realities. Speak up.
Of course, you'll be the first to know if I'm experiencing nightmares like that.
All right.
And I'll be fine, more than likely, until we're done with this whole situation. You know, the life of a politician, you just kind of keep pushing it forward until the next person has to deal with it.
I would not wish that job on my worst enemy. And here you are, one of my dearest friends.
I have yet to...
That sounded like it hurt.
I understand. I have yet to really process what's gone down with the clan myself, so... let's just keep busy so we don't cry about it.
And Grayson just turns around and gives like a goofy, like...
As Grayson kind of moves ahead, I'll lean over to Mugen and say out of earshot, Do you think it's safe for our Pokemon to continue to be exposed to this?
I think the fate of the entire world is at stake here. And I think that in some cases, these Pokemon have more of a right to fight for that freedom than we do. So, I understand your concern, but I would let them decide. They are our friends and our partners. We should trust them.
You make a sound point. To Iki, then. As you say, no time to waste.
Let's do it.
As our adventurer is left with deep thoughts and a timeline now, march ever forward to Iki. That's where we'll end it.
Nice. What a session. Wow. I had no idea how perfect that thumbnail was going to be for this.
That was really good.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Just the overwhelming presence of it all.
So, with that said, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy this, please make sure to check out our past streams here on YouTube. We have 13 other episodes leading up to this one. You can watch them all and figure out exactly how all this has come to being. While you're doing that, hop on over to Tabletop Beard's website. Link is in the description. Get some beard balm, butter, and oil with delicious, amazing scents that will up your beard game with code CHAOS20 for 20% off at checkout. Until next time, go out there and make some chaos.
Bye.
Bye.